Okay, we're going to start it. Mhm.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Haraguchi, and I'll be talking about the sustainable food production, and this will be celebrating on Engineers Week. So I already taught this class to the students with special needs in Tagaytay City Special Education Center in the Philippines, and we all had a great time. I had fun teaching them, and they were able to get all the snacks and learning new things about my project. So what is happening today? So there are many problems in the world today, flooding, wildfires, hurricanes, droughts, even problems in biodiversity, poverty, and world hunger. So I wanted to make a solution that can help solve and benefit these problems. So that's when I created the Sustainable Food Production System. So this has many different methods as the aquaponics, hydroponics, microgreens, mushrooms, and the most important thing about this project is the green technology that is integrated in this solution, which is the water collectors. We use green solar energy, and it also has monitoring and automation. So it helps in a lot of, it has list of benefits, which as for example is it does not have any emissions, doesn't bring all the carbon dioxide into the air, which actually creates climate change. It also does not waste a lot of water as traditional agriculture today. It does not have any chemical runoffs, and it's very low cost, and it can be produced locally. So what I have here is the aquaponics. So how it works is that whenever the fish makes feces or poop, it will go through a tube all the way to the plants, and the plants will get those nutrients from the fish's feces to grow, and the plants will filter the water and bring clean water back into the tank. So this all goes in a cycle through this solar panel and this solar generator. So I had a problem, which is that the water keeps evaporating. So I wanted to make sure whenever I have to, refill the tank. So that's why I created the water level alarm. So it uses an Arduino and an ultrasound distance sensor. And as you can see, if it goes, the water, in this case, the water's too low, it will sound an alarm and I will refill the tank. So basically how the coding goes, it's that hold on 1 second, having difficulty. So this is the coding. So basically what it's talking about is whenever the water's What the heck?
Let's start again. Start
Oh
again.
my gosh. Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Karaguchi and I'll be talking about the sustainable food production for celebrating engineering. And so I already taught this class to the students with special needs in Tagaytay City Special Education Center in the Philippines. And we had a great time. I had fun teaching and they were able to get snacks and learn more about my solution. And so what is happening today? There are many problems that are happening, like, droughts, flooding, wildfires, and even hurricanes. Also, as well, there's problems in biodiversity, world hunger, and poverty. So I wanted to make a solution that can help solve and benefit these problems. So that's why I created the sustainable food production system. So this has many different methods, as for example, the aquaponics, hydroponics, microgreens, mushrooms. And the most important thing about this project is the integrated technology, which is what you can see right over here. So how does this sustainable food production help with the problems that I said earlier? Well, it does not bring any emissions into the air because it uses solar energy. It also eliminates any water waste, as what we have a traditional agriculture today. It does not have any chemical runoffs, and it's lower cost and it can be grown locally. So what I have here is the aquaponics. So how it works is that whenever the fish makes feces or poop, it will go through a tube all the way to the plants, and the feces from the fish is actually nutrients for the plants to help them grow, and the plants will filter the water and bring clean water back into the tank. So this all goes in a cycle through this solar panel and this solar generator. So I had a problem where the water keeps evaporating. So I wanted to make sure whenever I have to refill the water. So that's why I created the water level alarm. And so as you can see, there is an ultrasound distance sensor and an Arduino. I use Arduino coding to help make this work. And as you can see, if the water is too low, the sound will go off. So if you see here is I use the camera and the automatic feeder. And so if you go over here, you can see all the fishes and what's in the tank. As you can see there's the plant and the tank in there. So I can also feed the fish as well. So if I tap this, the automatic feeder will go through and feed the fish. So whenever I'm traveling or out of the country, I'll be still able to see and feed the fish at the same time. So as you can see, this is the water level alarm. This is all the coding, and so how it works is that it will read the ultrasound distance sensor will read the water, and so if it's lower at the distance, it will say yes, and the alarm will go on and wait 1 minute. But if it's no, it will stay off and read again. It will just wait for 1 minute and then read. So I also didn't want to waste too much water. So I created the water collector. And so I also have it right here. And so how it works is that it uses this Peltier device, which you can see right here. It brings the hot air going this way and cold air up here. So whenever it's a humid night, the hot temperature will condensate on here and bring water back into this pan. So I can turn this on right now. And so there's hot air coming from here and cold air coming from this fan. So it helps makes this thing colder, but it will take a little bit. It will take a while. So I take about 165 milliliters on a good night. So if we go back one more slide, this is the microgreens, and so it's for plants that are still sprouting. And the one I have right here is lettuce. And so I can even just take this right now and eat it. And so the soil right here is not actual. Okay, the soil right here is not actual soil, it's a special soil. And it uses, you can just use this water and the sun to help make this whole thing work. The one I have right here is another thing for when I'm teaching another class. And this is like the start of the sprouting. And as you can see are all the seeds and stuff right here. I also have the we have there's also the sprouting as well, and this is also for plants that are still germinating. And so what I have here is the mung bean sprout, and so these are the pictures I took of the examples of sprouting. There's also hydroponics. So this is more for bigger plants like broccolis or tomato. And so it's very important because you can actually make this by using recyclables at your house. And so what I use here is a bottle of water and a half bottle of water up here. And so it uses water and fertilizer, but this does not make any chemical runoffs because it's all in a closed circuit. So this is going in a cycle. And it's low cost again because it uses very cheap batteries and solar panels. So we go back up here. This is the actual photo of it. As you can see, it's in my backyard. So this is a chart of what you can use for when you can use each method. So for sprouting and microgreens are for smaller plants, like mung bean sprouts, like I said before. Aquaponics is for medium plants like mint and basil. Aeroponics and hydroponics is for larger plants, and spores are mushrooms. It's because mushrooms are more like a fungi than plant. And so why did I choose to do fungi? Well, fungi helped make and terraform our planet 650 million years ago. So it helped break up rocks and turn it into soil, which help pave the way into bringing plants and animals into our earth. So fungi today helps interconnect all the plants and trees into the forest, which is, like you can call it, the wood wide web. And so the fungi will help protect the weak plants, because whenever the good plants, like, having all the sun and nutrients it needs, and there's one tree that does not, the fungi will help that weak tree by bringing all that nutrients from the good plant to the weak plant, so the weak plant can still grow. NASA was also interested in fungi as well, because they wanted to have a study on the effects of radiation on fungi. And so fungi was on board on Artemis 1 around the moon. So there are many possibilities of fungi that can be created as food, like I said, mushrooms. It can be as insulation, help with heat. It can also help terraform planets, like it did to our planet 650 million years ago. It can help create energy, get energy from the sun. It can also help become into fungi bricks to make houses. It can also be medicine as well. Also, it can help us from solar radiation, because fungi does not get any bad effects from the radiation from the sun, so that can also help us. If you want to learn more about this, you can go to this link right here. And yeah. So this is my fungi experiment. And the one right here is the oyster mushroom, and I have created it right here, as you can see in it. So I also shared this sustainable food production with multiple schools, as you can see listed here. I also shared in global conferences, which is the Global Innovation Field Trip and the International Kids Conference. And I also shared it in my community. Like, I'm gonna share this project and partnering with Eat Your Yard Jacks, which is in Jacksonville, Florida. I also shared it in the Persimmon Festival, and also in online classes like this one. So if you want me to share this project in your location or anywhere else to recommend, you can please tell me. I also did this. I did compete in multiple competitions with the sustainable food production, and as you can see, this is the whole list of it. And if you want to join me in any of these competitions, please email me as well. So this is the competitions I'm also in as well, and my project is actually one more step to going to space as well, which is actually very exciting as well. So if you want any information on my or like you don't want to replicate my prototypes, you can join me in any competitions. Just email me, which is taraguchi@gmail.com, or my website, which is, as you can see right here. So does anyone have any questions? You can type it in the chat or unmute right now.
I did talk to prove this.
Well, if anyone does not have any questions,
You can unmute.
if you have any questions, you can unmute right now.
I do. The solar panels, so they don't have to be outside, they can be near a window. Where do you place them?
It has to be outside because it's getting solar energy from the sun. So yeah, I recommend it to be outside in the sun.
And like, can you explain? I don't even know what hydroponics is. How do they, how do they get the nutrients, the plants?
It gets the nutrients from the fertilizer
Ah,
but it does not make any chemical runoffs because as you can see right here, it's in a closed circuit. So this is just a demo right here, but in the real thing, which is this picture right here, is it uses fertilizer and water mixed together, but it does not make any chemical runoffs into the oceans and rivers because it's in a closed circuit.
I guess like when you're at fairs and you see the guys selling you the hydroponics, I had no idea that water was involved. It looked like it's growing in the air, or it almost looks like it didn't have any dirt. I don't know what these guys are selling, at the different fairs and stuff.
Wait, can you ask that again? Sorry.
Yeah, like when I go to different fairs and the guys are selling hydroponic stuff, they don't seem to have dirt or water. It's like, it seems like the plants are growing like just out of plastic.
Yeah, right here is just a demo. And
Uh,
so this is
But-
just a plastic right here, but it's just a demo of showing the actual the hydroponics.
Okay, thank you.
So basically, what you have is a substrate that is inert substrate, and Nicole is going to take out some of the substrate to show you.
So as you can see,
The substrate. Yes.
so this is the substrate.
I don't understand what substrate.
Ceramic pebbles.
Mhm.
So these are ceramic pebbles. You can put any type of substrate that would mimic soil, and you don't need to use soil.
Oh, that's what they're probably selling. Thank you.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Sorry, I couldn't
you
hear
don't need
much.
to actually use soil, any type of, here we're using pebbles, but you can actually use any type of other type of substrate. It can be sand, it can be
oh.
rocks, it can be any type of substrate.
So then I'm getting confused. How can it grow without dirt?
Yes, you don't need to have the dirt, you can actually grow it indoors.
Oh,
Yeah, and I actually did with the aquaponics as well.
thank you. Without dirt. Hmm.
So what Nicole did is she put the solar panel outdoors from the window, and she put the aquarium and the hydroponics indoors so she could do it indoors. Only a wire connecting the solar panel to the battery inside the house.
As you can see. And this is the solar panel and the battery.
How much did the solar panel run? Like how much did it cost?
It cost about $20.
Oh, and you get it on Amazon?
Yes.
Thank you. Wow. And where do you all like get your substrate? Is it a special store or just anywhere?
Uh, mostly just anywhere. Like
Mhm.
I ordered mine on Amazon.
Do you find some of them work better than others? Like the pebbles are better than sand or whatever?
Yeah, I was more successful on the upstream most of the time.
On the what? I'm sorry, on the what?
The ones I use right over here.
And what are they called again?
Straight, I think. Yeah.
Ceramic pebbles.
Okay,
Ceramic pebbles.
thank you. Huh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, so
So Nicole can send you a list of the other types of substrate that she used. If you look at the one here, this
Mhm.
is the microgreens. it's a different substrate. This is a cocoa coir substrate.
I'm sorry,
So
what's it
it's
called?
not that
Cocoa
old.
what?
It's a cocoa coir. It's a cocoa crushed into a substrate. Can you show that?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So this is not actual soil, it's substrate.
Do you know if people can use like just coffee? You know, after you make your coffee, you have leftover coffee, whatever. It looks like dirt. Do you know if that could be a substrate?
It's not for the microbeans because the microbeans doesn't need any nutrient. It
Huh.
basically needs just water,
Mhm.
but you can use it as a substrate for other areas. We have used the coffee beans, crushed beans as substrate for mushrooms. It
Oh.
goes very well on the oyster mushrooms that we call shown.
Yep.
So, like the oyster mushrooms, can you take just an existing mushroom, stick it in the dirt, and then it'll grow more?
No, it's not like that. The mushrooms grow out of spores.
Ah,
So if you look at the mushroom, on the bottom side of the mushroom, you will see some very, very fine powder that
Like a
goes
dust?
down from the mushroom called spores.
Yep.
oh,
Because mushrooms are not actual, like, plants. It's more of a fungi. So that's why I was talking about fungi are separated from plants.
cool. Which in this hydroponic thingy you have, you definitely need the water to move around like in a pump. It seems like it's always like aerated water or something.
Can you say that again? I can't remember.
Like for what you're showing now, it seems like the water has to go like in a cycle around like in a pump to make
Yeah.
it work.
Yeah, because if you don't want any, chemical runoffs, that's why I did it in a closed circuit. So it does all the chemicals doesn't go into like, the oceans and rivers and stuff. Because like whenever, in like traditional ways of agriculture, they use a lot of fertilizer, and when it rains, it will go into like, rivers.
Yeah.
So it will hurt like the animals in those rivers. So that's why I'm using it in a closed circuit.
But I mean, what I'm seeing is like it looks like the water has to have air in it or aerated, and you can't just let it sit like in stagnant water with the substrate. It has to like move in like a cycle.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The plant requires not only water and nutrients, but also the plant requires air
Oh,
connected to their roots. So if you keep water the whole time in the plant, it will kill the plant. So that's why it's always in a circle running and not stop.
thank you. Cool.
Does anyone have any questions, just unmute and we'll answer for you. Or you can just comment, you can just put it in the chat as well. Okay, I see there is. No, yeah, I don't see any more questions, so I will continue. You can still email me if you have any questions that you didn't say here. And so. So here's the fun part is that we're gonna do a raffle for the zombie robot. And so if you've been here for the whole conference, we'll send you one of these if you win the raffle, which time. So this is So since there's two people in the two other people in the group chat in the conference, if you win this raffle, just send an email to my Gmail with your full name and address, so we can send you the solar robot. So if you just email me, haraguchi@gmail.com, and we'll send it to you as soon as we can. So thank you.
Ask if it's okay.
So
Did they understand?
does everyone understand that you have to like put your full name and address with so you can send it to you?
Yes.
Good. So, thank you so much. I had fun teaching everyone here, and so I would appreciate it if you fill out the Lucian form, and the link is gonna be on the chat So I gonna put it for you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, and don't forget to the people who are in the conference right now, don't forget to email me the information so we can be able to send you the solar robot. Thank you so much for being here.
I don't see the link. Where's the linky that we're supposed to fill out like a
Yes.
survey?
Just wait for a few
I'm
seconds.
gonna
Oh,
send-
sorry.
Yes, I'm
seconds.
sorry.
And can I just tell you, it's really great, and you're getting me interested in hydroponics. I'm gonna look it up and maybe, do that at my house. So thank you.
Thank you. You can even check my app. I think it's called the Sustainable Food Production app, or you can check the website. And this is all recorded, so we can send you the recording as well.
We'll send the link over email.
Okay. So congratulations for winning a solar robot.
So there is one more participant in the meeting who just came in, and I saw you earlier. Do you have any question?
Oh, thanks.
I see you as named Excellence. You should be able to unmute and ask any questions if you want to.
Well, the rainfall affects the solar panel.
Okay, I didn't hear you well. Could you repeat?
Okay, I said the rainfall affects the solar panel. Rainfall.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we can't hear you well.
He said something about rainfall.
Oh,
Rainfall.
rainfall, beautiful, yes.
Oh, I think you're talking about like yeah, I'm thinking about getting rain as well. If you're talking about the aquaponics, I don't, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's my point.
I'm sorry, I don't.
I said that's my point exactly.
Yes, that's your point. You mean
Yeah,
the
that's
need
my
of
point.
rain?
Yes.
Yes, so from our experience, this system that we built here, which is the water collection system, is not sufficient for the aquarium. So we're trying to build additional systems, right, Nicole?
Yeah, we're thinking of also getting the rainwater as well, because this only gets about 165 milliliters on a good night. So we're thinking of, getting water from the rain as well, so we can have enough to refill the aquaponics.
Wow, this is amazing. Really amazing. Thank you.
No problem. So does anyone have any questions? You can just unmute, or we can just.
And Nicole also was saying that you, Excellence, you received one of the prizes, right, Nicole?
Yeah, so just you can just email Haraguchi, which we'll put it also in the chat as well, haraguchi@gmail.com. Your just your full name and your address, so we can send you the solar robot. And we'll try to get to you for, depending on the location, for like about 2 or 3 days.
Hey, Nicole,
So,
can you give us your
Excellence.
website again, please? Your website?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, just go back.
Yeah, the website.
Sorry.
Bless you. Oh, I can't see. Oh, great. Oh, no, I can't see. He's kind of big. Oh, got it. Okay, let me
This is the Gmail and this is the website.
got it. Thank you.
No problem.
So, Excellence, I think you're from abroad, aren't you? Are you from the US, United States? For the people from abroad, instead of sending the robot, we have to send $20 gift card because we don't have export capabilities. So just send a note to us and let us know where you're located. And we'll send the correct price. For you also, Carol, if you prefer the gift card instead of the robot, just let us know and we'll do the same.
I want the robot.
You prefer the robot?
I'm laughing. I'm sorry. What?
It's a robot, or for people from abroad, we
China.
have to send a gift card of $20 because we don't have export capabilities.
I'm in the US, so
Okay, all right, we'll
Thank
send you the
you.
robot.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and don't forget to build the things. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
It was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.